thought about quitting my business, honestly. We were struggling to get phone calls, struggling to close projects, and we were just not bringing in the revenue we needed to. I realized the importance of marketing. Somebody on Reddit mentioned Contracting Empire was killing it for their business, so I looked you up. My phone has been ringing for 2 weeks straight. Obviously, profit margins go up, and that's great for everybody. This year, we're going to be like right there at $1 million, so almost double what we did last year.
Carter, excited to have you here. Tell us who you are, where you're based, and what kind of projects you do.
Yeah, so my company's Decks on Point. We're based in the Indianapolis, Indiana area. We build just decks, pretty much. And I've been doing it for about 3 years on my own. I've been in the deck building industry for, I think this will be my 11th year. So,
Oh, wow.
22 years old and just getting started. Got big dreams ahead. So
That's awesome. Like 11 years of experience at 22. So how did that happen?
yeah, I worked for a previous deck builder. My mom would drop me off at the job sites after school and in the summers, and I worked for him till I graduated. And then I worked full time for about a year and then started out on my own in 2022. So
I mean, that's super cool to, to have like 10 years of a leg up, but it was basically just wanting to do it. What made your mom decide to actually throw you into the wolves then?
I think she just wanted me out of the house. I was driving her crazy. I could have stood still. I had to do something. So yeah, it was actually a family friend who had the deck building company. And it was the perfect time where he needed some extra help. And so I've spent my teenage years carrying boards for him 40, 50 hours a week. So
Absolutely amazing. So you basically said that your biggest start was actually in 2022. What was the shift that you kind of decided that, okay, this is serious and this is on me and this is what I want to do?
when 2023 rolled around, we got 3 big jobs, and big as in like $80,000 projects. That's when I realized there was real money in it, that I could make a living doing this. And also just the satisfaction I got from seeing a homeowner have this beautiful deck built and be enthusiastic about spending time out there with their families. And that's when I kind of fell in love with it.
I like that. I have a question which is very interesting, right? We have a lot of clients, right? And they have this, especially younger clients have this objection that, homeowners see me and I'm young and I can't sell because I'm too young. And they say that I'm inexperienced and stuff like that. How were you able to navigate that?
It's been a tough challenge for sure, especially, when you got a 70-year-old man telling you, the 22-year-old kid, that he doesn't know anything. It's really tough to overcome that. But I think just being open and authentic with them about my experiences and building decks is the only thing I've ever done. It's the only thing I know. And I've learned all the ways of doing it right and doing it wrong along the way. And so not many people can say that the career they've been doing for half their life at 22 years old. So there's a reason that I'm still here doing this. There's a reason I started my own business when I was 19. Like I'm driven. This is what I want to do. Like those sorts of things. I'm in this because I want to do it, not because I need a job.
I love it. So I think this actually applies to everyone, right? When you're really convicted and you really want to go in, right? Instead of just, hey, maybe I'm going to do this because there's good money in it. I think that is a big difference that people don't realize. And this is even for me, like, I don't think I worked a day in my life because I love what I do. And it's very hard for us to have other people to compete with our agency because I just do this for fun and because I love it and because it drives me and because I can do it that nobody else can do and because I'm connecting all these things and I have 2 decades of experience of just grinding this shit out.
That's where I've been. Yeah, I've had a job since I was 11, but I love working outside. I love sweating. I like working hard. So it's not really working to me. Like same with you. I enjoy it. I enjoy every aspect of it. So yeah, there's stress involved because it is running a business, but it's a good kind of stress, I believe.
now getting a little bit into marketing and our relationship. What were you struggling with before you found us?
We were struggling to get phone calls and struggling to close projects. I realized the importance of marketing. My company was not visible anywhere. Nobody knew who we were. And yeah, then I somehow came across you guys shortly after that. So I think did I tell you it was through a Reddit thread that I was reading through about marketing? I don't even know what the topic was, but I saw somebody on Reddit mention Contracting Empire was killing it for their business. So that I looked you up and there you were. So that's when I filled out the form and got in touch with you.
I think you have a good thing here, right? Like many people don't even realize that they have a marketing problem. So I would be curious to how did you identify that you actually have a marketing problem? Like what was the thing that told you that? Like how did you come to that conclusion?
When I would meet with the client, it was almost like they didn't believe me that I was who I said I was. Partly because I'm young, but also because there's no marketing. I had nothing behind me. So it's just me showing up with my little notepad and just trying to sell from nothing, more or less.
You tried some marketing before. Kind of how did that go?
I mean, I did the basics, as in I got my trailer with my logo on it. I got some hats and shirts and stuff. We weren't doing much. We did not have a company. Well, actually, I did. We spent like $100 a month for. I can't remember the name of the company now, and they weren't good completely. But
It's okay. I mean, for $100, like
yeah, what do you expect?
but did you like obviously did you think that was enough of a marketing budget, like $100?
I really don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about marketing. I think they were posting once a week on my Google business profile an update. And so I was like, okay, maybe that'll get some more views or something. But I really don't know what. I mean, yeah, I was new to the marketing thing. So
That's very interesting because it's a huge jump, right? Because obviously we are the real deal. So it was like, when did you decide that it was time to find someone that knows their shit and is a real partner for you?
I was very, very burnt out on just trying to close these jobs to keep us busy. My brother was working for me. My brother just got married, so he's supporting a family. And I got all this stress on me, and we were just not bringing in the revenue we needed to. I thought about quitting my business, honestly, because we weren't getting anywhere. I felt like I was shooting myself in the foot. We were not growing. There's so many issues that I didn't even realize. So
Man, huge congrats on bouncing back. I think
yeah.
this is the resilience part that many of us bypass, like sometimes you just win just sticking to it, right? And I think when things are the hardest, that's when you actually push the most because you're very close to a breakthrough.
Yeah, and I mean, if we wouldn't have spent the money with you guys, just being honest, we would have been out of business by now because, I was just relying on word of mouth referrals. And so far this year, we've gotten 2. So we would have closed shop in early January if it wasn't for you guys. So spending that 10-15K at the end of last year is no big deal now, whereas in my mind, it was at the time.
Yeah, that's kind of some of these shifts that we have to make. I'm curious, kind of what made you say yes to working with us? Because obviously there are so many agencies out there. Like I think it's
The testimonials for sure. Nate's was a big one for me. Just seeing, I think you guys took him from nothing to something in like 18 months. And then I think there was one of the Windows guys when he was just talking about not being able to spend time with his family before. And then after going with you guys, the free time he had to spend with his family and not worry about the money and business and all that stuff. That kind of stuck with me. Because one day I want to be a father and I want to have time to spend with my kids and raise my kids.
Was there something maybe that I said or we said that made you feel confident?
Your confidence. Yeah, I mean, you were just like, yeah, we're going to crush it. We were fully confident in that. I remember when we were kind of going through our market and we were talking about competitors and you're like, yeah, we can crush them. No problem.
Obviously, we just leverage the advantages that you have in your marketplace, right? And we don't really try to compete with people on a level playing field. Like we kind of try to see, okay, where can we actually make a crack, make a dent in the market? Because I see a lot of agencies and people that come to us, or, like people that even go with other agencies, they just say, well, we want to dominate for everything. I mean, you could do, and we can absolutely help people crush it with even multiple things, but then just your costs are
Yeah.
increased in proportion to that, right? Because now you are not marketing one service, now you're marketing two services, or you're marketing three services, right? Like just focus. And I think you've been able to do that successfully, like to just really go deep and focus on decks, right? In your particular.
Yep.
Were there like any moments where you said like, damn, this is really working?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been kind of relaying what's going on with my brother. And I kind of consulted him before or right after we had that first meeting, and he was a little nervous about it. And earlier this year, I remember there was like 2 weeks where we got multiple leads per day for like 2 weeks straight, and every single day, like clockwork, their call was coming in every single day. And I remember at one point my brother being like, "That Eddie guy's legit." And that's when it kind of hit me too. I'm like, yeah, my phone has been ringing for 2 weeks straight.
So obviously these things are pretty much fresh right now, but when you think about how your business has changed now, right, from leads and revenue to how you think about growth, right? Like how do you see now things versus how you were operating before?
I don't necessarily see every job as a must win now. Whereas before, because I was so desperate for leads, it was like every single call I get, I have to close it. Whereas this one, I feel like I can actually provide a real value to the homeowner instead of being like, oh yeah, we can do this and this and this, whatever, just to make sure we win the job kind of thing. That and my pricing, I've been able to charge what I need to because of just the marketing behind us and people seeing the projects we've done and that we're legit, we're the real deal. Obviously, profit margins go up, and that's great for everybody. Everybody wins.
This is actually one of those secrets, right, that I think I mentioned on our call, is that if we can figure out a way of, okay, how much does it actually cost us to acquire a client? And then we basically take that cost and bake it into the price of the project. Like you can do that over and over again. And basically your marketing is free.
Yep.
So while of course it's always hard to make that initial investment because obviously you're paying out of pocket, 6 months in, a year in, like basically clients start paying for themselves. In order to, I don't know, you can get passive income, because this is the thing that's obviously a huge thing and everybody's investing in real estate, and you have to buy the bloody house, right? Doesn't mean, you can you still get a loan, you still do all of these things, and then you buy the house, right? So I'd be curious, right? Because you made that shift for yourself. So what made you see this as an investment versus a cost?
Spending that money at first was tough, but then seeing how much money spending that made me and how it paid for itself, it's just like, yeah, let's just keep doing it. Keep investing, just like real estate or the stock market.
When we talk about results, right? Where are you now, and kind of what are you thinking that you're going to be doing this year?
My best year was last year. We did right at $500,000. This year we're going to be like right there at $1 million. So almost double what we did last year. Quite a big difference.
I'm excited. Like it's funny sometimes, like people think about, it's $500,000 or $1 million or whatever it is, but the difference is quite consistent, right? It's very easy to, we just throw around these numbers and they don't have any emotional thing behind them. But when you actually are in the thing and when you are trying to break through these glass ceilings, right, through these plateaus, like it's just crazy to see, the actual effort that it takes to break through those ceilings.
Yeah.
So, because I'm pretty sure that you guys have now new challenges that you have to deal with, right? So, can you share some of those? Like, this is not just, oh my God, it's a dream. Like, obviously, This is always a true partnership between us as a marketing agency and the contractors that we have, our clients, our kings. When you think about that growth, what are some challenges now that you have that obviously are good to have, but in that partnership, right? Like, how has it evolved from your end?
Like I was putting in all my effort, but it didn't really matter that much because my effort was all in the wrong areas. Whereas now with partnering with you guys, we've got efforts in marketing now. And so it's like because I have that behind me, the harder I work, then I start seeing more results. And so that's how it really kind of gave me that boost I needed. Like we could make this work. Like this is a great opportunity. And so now the success that I see is going to be exponential.
You put in the work and bringing your energy to the table, and then we do the work and we bring our energy to the table, and then basically we multiply each other. So yeah, it's such an amazing way to look at it. Obviously, this is the part that you do on your end, like the sales and all of that stuff and attending to the leads. But when it comes to actually working with us, how is it working with us, with our team day to day, basically?
Your team is incredible. I mean, they're fast and always super helpful. I can't say enough good things. It's been an awesome experience with them.
Everybody for us is in house, right? So obviously, you kind of got a chance to probably touch upon with everybody that's an expert in their field, right? So obviously, it kind of makes the discussions more streamlined, right? So if you need something for ads, we know that Christy is going to be there, or like if you have any logistical questions or whatever, like Claudia's there, and she's been working with me for 13 years. And so I love to hear that you're obviously they're treating you well. Are there maybe any small touches or, like moments that stood out in your interactions?
Yeah. Just recently, so I wasn't aware that the SEO reports for the Silver Plan are like every 3 months, I think. So I wasn't sure. I mentioned it in Basecamp about an SEO report a month early, I realized. But what is it Stefan?
Yeah.
Went ahead and made me a report a month early. Anyways, so that really stood out to me. Like even though that wasn't part of the Silver Plan, he just went ahead and did it a month early for me. Because I asked. So now I know it's every 3 months, but yeah, that really stood out.
I think it's more like for us to set the right expectations is like, okay, like it's a smaller plan. And if you just report from month to month, especially in the beginning months, it's like everybody, oh my God, nothing's happening. I'm paying you guys and you guys are such a bunch of scammers because, like people are impatient.
Yeah.
But we kind of try to set the right expectations from the beginning, but we don't always get it right. So
I think you set that expectation very well. So
I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I didn't mess up that one, so that's good. I think obviously we had so many moments through this journey anyway. Like even when we started out, like you didn't even have a real company name or a real business name. Like I can't even remember. How was your business called before?
it was Clean Cut Construction.
Clean Cut Construction. Yeah. So
Very basic.
obviously Dex, right? So it just screams Dex at you, and you know exactly who you're dealing with. What's the business called now, and how did we actually pull that off? Because that's a fun story.
Yeah, we went through like 60 or 70 names,
Exactly.
and that one just stood out to both of us. And then he kept saying it. We kept saying it over and over. Like, yeah, that one. Yeah. And I love it. I love it.
One of the most important pieces in branding is actually the company name. So, for example, if you're called, hey, this is John from Peterson's Construction and Building Management. How can I help you? It just becomes a drag versus now, like, how do you introduce yourself now on the phone? Like, ring, ring.
Next on point was this Carter.
I freaking love it. Like, if that is not a good brand name, I don't know what is.
It's perfect. Perfect.
If you're thinking about the contractor that would benefit the most from this, who would they be?
Yeah, just a contractor who's at that point where they're thinking about giving up. I mean, that's who I was. That's where I was at. So speaking from that place, that's who I see would benefit the most from from you guys.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence?
Spend the money. It'll change your life. You'll look back in 6 months and be like, that was a no-brainer.
Carter, next on point. Absolutely proud of you, man, of what you've been achieving and doing and pushing. I think I can't give you enough credit in this partnership, right, for doing your part and never saying no, giving stuff back to us like in a super timely manner, just being so on top of things. Like I think that has been such a huge breath of fresh air for us to be able to help you crush it. I'm super about passing the $1 million mark this year, and from how I see it, we'll probably be looking at about maybe 3 mil next year. So
I'm ready.
keep us updated on progress.
For sure.
Really appreciate it, man, for showing up for me.
Of course. Take care.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Take care.